What is up, you guys? It's your boy Jvanity, and yes, I am finally fucking back. Bitch, it was a minute since I've uploaded last. I had to take a little break from YouTube. I had some stuff going on. I mean, there was definitely a video supposed to come out, but stuff happened. The footage got lost. We tried everything to get it back, but unfortunately that footage was out of here. That was the blue with the purple eye video I was gonna get to you guys. So sorry. So I'm definitely gonna have to refilm that. I definitely will get that to you guys, because I know you guys wanted to see that. So my apologies about that. But I'm definitely giving you this video today. This is the foundation routine, strictly foundation only. That's why you're not getting an eye look today. Keeping it very nude, but actually, you guys, this is actually how I've been wearing my skin lately. It's full face. Just very little in the eyes, you know, but mostly concentrating on the skin, making sure it is dewy, fresh, and just hydrated. That's what I've been into lately, so that's what you're gonna get today. So if you guys are interested in learning how to get this look, make sure you guys stay tuned and watch. And also for everyone that is coming back to my channel, girl, what is good? It's been a minute. Bitch, what's the tea? What's good, Miss Vanjie?
Miss Vanjie.
Bitch, you know it's Miss Vanjie. Where's Miss Vanjie? Where is she? Anyways, you guys, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, you like it, and share, and also make sure you click the little bell notification, since that's the way YouTube is doing it now. They want to make sure you guys are clicking that, so make sure you are doing that to get notified every time I am uploading. So if you guys are interested, like I said, with this foundation routine, make sure you guys are staying put, grabbing a snack, and grabbing your blending brushes, your face brushes, your beauty blenders, all that good shit, and grab your man's credit card in case you need to pick up some products. So let's do this thing in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Alright guys, so let's get into this video. As you can see, a bitch is crazy looking right now. I got this new crazy pink ass hair, which I'm like in love with. But yeah, so today's video, as you can see, will be a foundation routine. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I have nothing on my skin. The only thing that I have right now, I did put some of this on because I'm fresh out the shower, bitch. You know, fresh tuna, fresh pussy. Anyways, I use the Garnier Skin Active Gel Moisturizer. This is a good one, especially if you are on a budget and are on the hunt for like a good gel moisturizer. Bitch, go get this one. This one's only like $6 or $7. I picked it up at Walmart. It comes in two like styles. They have this one, the green one, which is like for combination skin, because I'm oily here and dry on the rest parts of my face. Horrible. And then they have a pink one. It's literally like the color of my hair, and that one is just for oily skin, or excuse me, for dry skin. So if you're like suffering from severe like dry skin, that may be a good outlet for you. I don't know, try it out, see how you like it. I recommend gel moisturizers definitely over cream based moisturizers, just for the fact that creams have more oil in them, causing more oil on my skin, causing more clogged pores, and just so on and so on. I'm trying to avoid all that, so I'll go with gel, just because gel is always, from my research that I've done personally, have seen that it's more oil-based products, more coconut oil, stuff like that, that's going to give you more hydration, and I feel like it sinks into my skin a lot more. So I definitely stick with gel, because that's what's good for my skin. But definitely try it out, see how you like it, and go from there. So we're gonna go ahead, and after we sprayed that, I like to go in with even more moisture, the M.a.c Fix Plus, but I like to spray this primarily on the cheeks of my face, and just like the perimeters, like the outside of it, just to keep in some moisture. And what I'll do is go in with the damp beauty sponge, and I'll just make sure to just pat that into the skin and just absorbing any extra that we may have. And also I'll go over that concealer on my eyelids that I placed from just carving out my brows. So now that that's done, I like to go in now. We are going to prime the skin. And what I've been using lately, this is just a little sample that I got from Sephora, because I'm still trying to see if like my skin is working with it. So far it's so good, but I'm still trying it out. This is the Estee Lauder base. It's the primer. It's like a clear one. Like a clear little, it's like a gel consistency. Let's see if I can show you. Like literally it just looks like that, and that's just way too much, you guys. With this, I've been finding you need just the littlest bit, and it goes a long way. So I'll go ahead and take some of that, and I'll just apply that to my skin, especially on my T-zone. And we're just going to go ahead and prep that into the skin. I'm going to go ahead and now color correct. So like I told you, I do have these dark circles here. I do not like. She is not wanted. She is an unwelcome visitor who does not pay rent. I like to go in with this color corrector. This is the one from Maybelline, the Master Camo. I get the orange one because this is going to go ahead and like defeat the purpose of dark circles. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that on my under eye here and just sweep that along. Just like that. Just concentrating the most here on the inner corner because that's where I have the most like darkness. And I'll go ahead and go in with one of my beauty sponges here. And I'll just take this Real Techniques one. It's already damp, so I'll go ahead and just buff that out. So go ahead and I'll like to take this is the Neutrogena like Hydra Boost Concealer in the lightest color I believe there is. And that is in light. Wow, thank you, creative. Beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and I just like to sweep this under. And I do really love this concealer, you guys, especially for like days I have no makeup on and I just literally want to run out the door. This blends out really nicely, and it does have like hyaluronic acid, if I can speak properly, which is going to be definitely hydrating for the skin, so it's not going to like cake up. It's not going to give you like a heavy cakey feeling. It's going to be definitely hydrated throughout the day. We're going to go ahead and take the Real Techniques sponge once again, and we're going to go ahead and buff out that concealer we placed down, just to go ahead and just start to camouflage that orange hue just a little bit, because I just want to make sure when I do put on the foundation that we don't have any type of that orange tone peeking through. This concealer just helps guarantee that we're not going to see any of that, and we're just going to have a nice even like one tone on the skin, and she's gonna look alive and awake. Well, anyways, as you can see, you guys, like, it definitely like blurred it out. It helped camouflage those dark circles, so those bad girls are on their way out of the house. They're being evicted, so just to guarantee they really are out of here, we're gonna go ahead and now go in with some foundation. The foundation that I've been really into lately, we're gonna go ahead and go in with the foundation stick. This is in, like I said, the color Cool Beige, little ass writing. I'm pretty sure you guys can't even see that, but definitely take my word for it. So I like to go in with this one because this one is definitely like medium to like full coverage depending on how much you want to build this. I like to kind of just put a light layer of this because we are going to kind of mix it with one other foundation. So I'll go in here, 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 and just very lightly on the forehead. So, and just make one here and one here. So we'll go ahead and place that down. And also what I like to mix with that is a little bit of the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. Definitely a beautiful foundation that you can wear on your own, which I do. But I just feel like with these two, it just like blurs everything. This is the matte Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. I am in the shade Ivory. Bitch, you know I'm one of them light skin hoes, so I gotta practically buy paper toned foundation. So I literally just like to put a little bit of that foundation on just like a little like mixing plate that I have here. I literally picked this up from Michael's. It literally looks like one of those little plastic things you would put paint on. So I'll go ahead and just get a little bit of that on that palette. I'll take a little on my finger and just dot that in like the little in-between areas, as you can see. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go in with a beauty blender. I'm going to go ahead and dampen that with some Fix Plus. It is moist, but I just like to make sure it's extra moist. Who doesn't like a bitch that is moist? No one likes a dry girl. Anyways, so we'll go ahead and go in with this beauty blender, and we're just going to go ahead and start to bounce this foundation and just blend her out. Just let her have her time. And we're just gonna go ahead and just keep blending her out. Okay guys, so we went ahead and blended all that out. So it is looking pretty snatched now. So we're gonna go ahead and now we're just gonna go ahead and put on some concealer. And we're gonna use our tried and true Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light. I'm gonna go ahead and put some of that here on my under eye, and I don't like to put it directly under my eye because I feel like that is where creasing will start to happen because my under eye cannot handle too much of that. So literally I'll put a few dots like on the lower part here, and I'll go ahead and blend that out. So let me put this little wand away, and I'll go ahead and spray my beauty blender, the black one here, with some Fix Plus, just to guarantee that everything is looking hydrated and melting together. So I'll go ahead and start to conceal that under eye. Sorry guys, let me conceal her. Okay, so she is looking awake and like she's came to the party. So what I like to do now is I like to go ahead and automatically set under my eye. And what powder I've been using lately, sorry guys, I cannot talk like I've said for the millionth time. I have been falling back in love. I don't know why I put this powder away. I forgot about it, moved on, did other things, but I am coming back to her. It is the Kat Von D translucent powder. I literally just put some on the cap here, and I'll take a Luxie. This is a precision foundation brush, but I like to use this for my under eyes. I'll literally just put a little here. I don't like to use a beauty blender because I don't like to like really pack on the powder there on my under eyes. Like I said, it tends to crease. So I like to go in just lightly with some powder, and I'll just go ahead and set the under eye. I really don't bake my under eye too much because like I said, it will crease, and too much powder there is just gonna not help me. It's just gonna make it look cakey. It's gonna make it look dry. So go ahead and set that. So I'll go ahead and set the eyes. And later I will set the whole face with this powder, but you'll actually see in a little bit. There's actually a different method that I use for my nose. That's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and set the whole face. So we're gonna use that Kat Von D powder. And I'll just go ahead and just push that into the skin lightly with this Luxie precision foundation brush like I told you. And our eyes are already primed. We can go ahead and set them with this powder if you want to add a little more. And I'll just go ahead and set the face. So what I'll do for this area, I'll actually go in with some Cody Airspun. As you guys know who do use this, it is definitely a heavier weight, you know, translucent powder. Definitely does, you know, keep the oils at bay. So I'll go ahead and put some on that foundation brush again from Luxie. And we'll go ahead and just push that into my nose area. Oh, sorry guys. I'm going to go ahead and pack that in. Like I was saying, my nose is the only area of my face that I really, you know, do tend to bake, because it can handle it. Like I said, this is where I will get oily. The bitch will look crazy. And I'll do it on my nose and also in this area here. Hold on. In this area here, I'll put more of the Cody Airspun, because this like little triangle here will literally get so oily throughout the night if I don't put like an excessive amount of powder there, because I just tend to look so oily there. Bitch, it'll look like I work at a fucking taco stand at the end of the day with the amount of oil that is on my face if I do not set that. So I'm just going over that area, like I said. So what we're gonna do now is go ahead and dust off the rest of the face. And I'm gonna go ahead and just take a big fluffy brush. This is from e.l.f., I believe. This is the e.l.f. 101, I guess, face brush. So I'll go ahead and go in with this, and we'll just dust off the rest of the face here, kind of avoiding that triangled area where we're letting bake. I'll still have that powder on my nose. I'll go in with a damp beauty sponge, and I'll go ahead and kind of press it over that powder just to sink it into the skin and melt it, since my nose can't handle that, since it is more oil prone. And then with the sponge, I'll just go over the rest of the face just to take away any type of powdery fill, just to make sure everything starts to blend in and melt to the skin. So now that is looking cute AF. We're gonna go ahead and now bronze the skin. I like to go ahead and use this little bitch here. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. If you guys have not used this, definitely try it out. It is a great like drugstore hack. I like using this one. It comes, I believe, in 3 shades, or 2, I believe, light, and then there's a dark one. I get the light one, obviously, for if you're looking at Casper, you know why I get the light one. So I like to use this bronzer, and I'll go ahead in with the Morphe. This is the G36. This is a little bit more of a dense brush, which is fine. For me, it works out because I do have a larger man face. So I like this. I feel like kind of just sticks to the hollows of my cheeks. Doesn't really spread it out. I don't want nothing too fluffy. I just want to kind of keep that like in this area and just keep it blurred out. And I just like to put a little, and I just like to blend out. And if you guys have used this or if you guys are interested, if I can talk, this does have a really pretty smell. Like, it's literally smells like coconut. Like, it feels like you're on a beach. You should be having a drink. A big beautiful man on your side with a cute package. What more could a girl ask for? So go ahead, and I just like to sweep this across and sweep this on the rest of my face. You guys, I literally can't talk. So as you can see, that is looking cute. We just have a little more warmth into our face. So what we're gonna do now is go ahead and define the face even more by contouring. And to contour, where is she? I have her back here somewhere. I like to use my tried and true, my Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette. I like to use this shade here, the first one. As you can see, I am lighter skinned, so that means I have to use a more cool toned bronzer on my skin, for example, because if I use something too warm, it's gonna look muddy and just not look right on me. So I have to use something more of a cooler tone, like gray tone, like this one, or like a neutral tone bronzer, just to make sure that it gives that shadow effect and it doesn't look muddy, basically. So I'm gonna go ahead, and this is the Morphe. This is the E8. If you guys have never tried this for your contour, I definitely do recommend. It definitely blends out very nicely. It can also create a very defined line if you are looking for like a very like structural contour, if you're into that. You know, so it's however you want to use it. I like to use it because I feel like I'm in control of the product. I can get a nice clean line and then blend it out as well with this brush. So if I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, why the hell not? I wish I can say use, you know, code Jvanity for 10% off, but I'm not at that level yet. Hopefully one day. Remember to keep the word out about me and we'll get there. Okay, thank you. Go ahead and just I like to go from this corner if I look, and I'll just like to go to the edge of my mouth. So within that area, I'll go in right here, and I'll just like to begin go back and forth with light pressure. And then if I want a little more defined, you know, I'll start to put a little more pressure, and I'll go in with circular motions back and forth, creating that definition, as you can see. And then with light pressure, I just like to start to buff out those edges. It's very much, I like to treat it kind of like eyeshadow. You know, it's kind of like when you go into the crease of your eye, you're wanting to define it. You want to add some depth, and basically that's what we're going to do with this cheekbone. We're just adding a little depth here in the crease of our cheekbone, you could say. So we're going to go ahead and go in with that. And as you can see, it gives that slimming effect. Ooh, yes, bitch. Like, how are you doing? Like, hey, Georgie Porgy. Hey, Slender Sally. So now that we have that, I like to go in with, after I've done that, just to make sure that it is looking blended out and cute, I like to go in lightly with that Morphe G36 brush that we use for our bronzer. And very lightly, I would just like to go over the edge of that contour just to make sure that everything is blended out nicely with the bronzer, that it is cohesive, that you are not looking crazy. And I'll just sweep over the contours here on the outside perimeters of my face. And bada bing, we have one side contour, so we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side of our face. So now that is looking that way, I like to go in with the M.a.c Fix Plus at this point and just spray, and I'll go over that with a beauty blender once again, just to make sure that everything is blending out and melting nicely together, that everyone is playing nice. Alright, so now that we put that Fix Plus on the skin, we are going to now go ahead and go into highlighting, one of my favorite parts. And we'll go ahead and now go in with a Morphe. This is the R36 brush from the Rose Gold collection, and I'm going to be taking the Amrezy highlighter from Anastasia Beverlyhills. Shout out to you, Amra and Anastasia. You guys did an amazing job. So as you can see, it does look like this, like super cute. Such a beautiful highlight, you guys. If you haven't been able to get this and you are like saving yourself for a highlighter, definitely this would be the one I would recommend. So I'll go ahead and take some of that on the Morphe brush, and we'll go ahead and just place this on the cheeks here. Bitch, bitch, bitch. Ooh, Miss Vanjie. Yes, Miss Vanjie. You guys, let me tell you, Miss Vanjie has given me so much life. The bitch is like made it. Off of that one saying, you know, the bitch is like trademarked that shit. You know, we're gonna be getting like t-shirts and bags and hats and what all that with Miss Vanjie all over it. To shout out to you, girl, because
I didn't get the name. What was it?
Vanjie. Miss Vanjie.
with that, you are the meme queen of season 10. So go ahead and place this bad bitch onto your face, letting them hoes know that you are not one to be played with. Amra came through and just shut the game down. Like, shout out to you. Like, oh, that is literally like wet. I like to take a little, this is just like a little packing brush on this highlighter. Go ahead and dip in on the inner corner. Because lately, like, I've been liking this super nude look. So I just pop a little on the inner corner. And also I'll pop a little on my nose here, just on the very tip. Who just doesn't love the tip? My favorite part. Scrumptious. And bam! Okay. I like to put just a little bada bing, bada boom. And now that we just have that inner corner pop in, what I like to do now is I'll go in, I like to use this one palette for multiple reasons. I'll go in with that same Kat Von D like Shade and Light palette, the contour one. And I'll take a little, just, this is a Wet n Wild like little blending brush. I'll go in with this like medium shade here. Just mix with a little of this and a little of this one. Like, I like to mix the little combo. And I'll just sweep that on my lid just to give a little definition, just to bring this look together. This is a foundation routine, but you know, we kind of have the eye looking bare, so we'll just sweep that here. Just a little definition, just to let the girls know she's in town. Let's sweep that here. Oh, perfect. Go ahead and take a little of this luxie brush again, and I'll go in with this powder shade here. Ooh, this you can see everything. So we'll take this shade here. It's the brightening powder with just a tad of this one, and we're going to go ahead and just place this on the under eyes just to give a little bit of a brightening effect. And just to make sure it's not looking cakey, go in with that beauty sponge that is damp. If you go under that under eye, avoiding the highlight area. Now, just to make sure that we are really chiseled out, I'm going to go ahead and go back in with the Real Techniques sponge. Not that one, because that one is busted. We'll take a new one. And I like to go ahead and dampen that. I like to dip this into some translucent powder, preferably the Kat Von D one. And we're going to go ahead and just cut out our cheek area. So as you can see, I like to follow that. And I just like to cut it, making sure that line is super clean, just to make sure the hollows of our contour are looking pretty cute. Slightly. So I like to let that chill. And what I like to do now is I'll do my nose while this is happening. So I'll go back in if I can find her. Where is she at? Where is she? Where is she? Miss Vanjie, Miss Vanjie, where are you?
Miss Vanjie, Miss Vanjie, Miss Vanjie.
This is the Morphe. This is the G16. And I'll go in super lightly with that cool toned shade that we use for our contour from the Kat Von D palette. And I'll just slightly like dip in, like barely like anything there. Like, as you can see, like barely anything on the brush. And I'll go over my nose lightly just to create some type of definition. I already like the shape of my nose. Like, I'm happy with it. I'm not, you know, anything like that. I just like to create a really sharp line here. So I just like to clean that up with a little bit of this contour shade, just defining it. So you guys, this concludes this look here. This is a very, like, my go-to foundation routine. I feel like it's foolproof for me. It works for my skin. I feel like it gets a good payoff for me. If it works for you, definitely try it out. If you guys have any tips or anything like that, definitely let me know. But yeah, you guys, this is pretty much my go-to like foundation routine. Anyways, so now that you guys seen all that, we're just gonna go ahead and mist the skin with some M.a.c Fix Plus, just to make sure everything is looking pretty saucy. So just with the same beauty blender as before, just dampen that once more over the skin, making sure everything is looking pretty seamless. Alright you guys, so like I said, this was just a quick video to show you guys how I do my foundation and how I achieve this look. This is just like a look that I would go to like, you know, run out the house and, you know, just go about my daily business. So this is definitely something that I use on my day-to-day life. Even when I do go out, I'll go and I'll use this same routine. I may, like, you know, let some things sit a little longer, you know, go definitely in with more of a structured contour, but like I said, I want to keep this natural and just like something that you guys can achieve and work with. Like I said, if you want to spruce this up for nighttime, you can go ahead and, you know, define that contours on your nose, your cheeks, and definitely you guys can go in with a bold shadow. Like I said, I am filming another video after this, reasoning why I'm not doing an eyeshadow look, but you guys, it is what it is. You guys have seen a million eyeshadow looks before from me, so but you'll get another one pretty soon. So I hope you guys love this video, and also with all the new rules and regulations with YouTube. Definitely be sure to click the little like notification, the little bell, to make sure that you are notified every time I do upload. I do thank you guys for being so awesome and just cool and just sharing feedback with me and just love, and you guys are amazing. And I definitely have some tips and tricks up my sleeve for you guys, some more videos to come, especially for the new like summer spring season, some more colorful stuff at you. So you guys stay tuned for that. But I thank you guys for watching, and remember, all my stuff will be linked down below that I've used, and also all my social media will be right after this. So just stay tuned, and I love you guys, and here's to the next video. And remember to keep it cute, to keep it poppin', and be that boss. Later.